If your relationship is with the world, you hear those that are from the world. If your relationship is with Elohim, you hear those that are with Elohim. It's a relational thing. That's why it amazes some of you, and that's why also some of us watching are amazed that some of you don't see this. When you go to places, and there are places out there, the abundance of places out there, the majority of places out there, that are a mixture of these two elements. And yet the discernment level is very weak in most people because their relationship is still with the world. And you're thinking, well, that's not true. Well, Christianity still is the world. Don't get mad at me. All the old people out there think it's a world system mixed with truth. And so here we get to this place and this comparison that John is putting together. How can you truly love each other and love him if you're so busy loving yourself and it's all about you? And you're not thinking that way in an open way, like you think, oh, I love myself and everything. But when you need everything to match you, it's all about you. If it's all about him, then I want to find all those things that don't match him. I know that not everything about me matches him. So I'm not expecting everything to match me. But some of you want him to do that too. So you want to find a congregation or a belief system that has him in the form you want him to be. And so you go to the place where he matches what you want. Even though he doesn't match anybody's anything no matter where. He does what he does, and we're supposed to match him. And if we don't, that's our problem, not his. But it's the way he's being portrayed, which is where these false teachers come in that John's talking about. He who is not of Elohim doesn't hear us. By this we know the spirit of the truth and the spirit of delusion. Because those who have the spirit of delusion can't hear the truth. Why can't they hear the truth? Because that's the nature of delusion, is that they think they're hearing the truth when they're not. That's what delusion is. So therefore, your truth or the truth that doesn't match their truth, but the truth doesn't match their truth, they can't receive it because they already think they have it. That's what happens every time you talk to all your Christian friends. And you get struggling and frustrated when you talk because you're like, but it's the truth. But they already think they have it. Why do you think I get so strong in my disdain for that system? Not for people in it. Because that system is perpetuating that lie, the lie that they're in the truth. And then they're telling you that you're in the lie. See, remember, we've talked about this over and over again. Whether you have a relationship or not with him is not what you think it is, it's what he thinks it is. He is the one that decides the level of relationship you have with him, not what you think. He says, and the one who actually knows him and has a real relationship with him is going to be a covenanted relationship. It's going to be in Exodus 19, whatever you say, I will do relationship. It'll be a fully filled with emunah, trust and belief relationship. It'll be an active, action-based, doing, righteousness-based relationship. A guarding and doing. And so we have all that in here, and it's all because there was a thought or a vision. And so when it says here, by this the love of Elohim was manifested or made visible and clear to us, that Elohim has sent his only brought forth Son into the world in order that we might live through him. Not in the Christianized way of saying it, in some other nonsense you may have heard all your life, but it's through him, not him the being. You have to do the being part, but you're going to be doing the being part, transforming from the type of being you are now to being him by imitating him, transforming and conforming into him. So no one has seen Elohim at any time. So what is he talking about here? Elohim, when he's referring to Elohim as opposed to just referring to Yeshua, obviously people saw Yeshua. Yeshua says none has seen the Father. So what is he saying here when he says Elohim? He says, look, no one has seen Elohim, the Father, Son, as they are at the right hand of the Son and the Father sitting on the throne and everything. No one has seen those beings at this point. We see what they reveal to us. We see in a vision. We've not seen and interacted on that level. And we could even take it from this growth and transformation when we can take it in a whole other direction. How about no one has seen Elohim at any time by looking at you? Or looking at you, or looking at me. Are they seeing Elohim? He said, no one has seen Elohim. You guys are all falling short. Yeshua said, if you see me, you see the Father. Oh, because he didn't fall short. Salvation is offered to and been provided to everyone under the heading of world, which is everybody. However, not everybody gets to enjoy the reward of salvation, because it's the doing that then comes. He made the option available. Without what he did, there would not be an everlasting life option for you to choose. There'd only be death. There wouldn't be life to choose. Like Moses says, I give you life and death, choose life. No, there'd just be death and that's it. Live now, for tomorrow we die. Eat, drink, and be merry because tomorrow we die. But because of what Yeshua did, there's a second option. There's tomorrow you might live, and forever and ever and ever, all the other tomorrows. He's the Savior of the world. Not the Savior of the Jews, or the Savior of the Christians, or the Savior of the Israelites. He's the Savior of the world. So confess means, basically, we're going to get to that idea of tam, or tamim, to be complete and filled with integrity. Okay, you're going to confess with integrity. Claiming Yeshua is the Son of Elohim and walking in darkness, there's no integrity there. Claiming Yeshua is the Son, knowing he died for you so that you could live, and then you continuing to sin, that's not integrity. That's not confessing. See, it's one thing to make a statement, it's another to confess. So the way he's saying here, confession, meaning that I fully embrace everything that I'm about to say and all that it means. Because Christianity takes it in a very simplistic way. Well, yeah, I believe that Yeshua is the Son of the Father. Okay, good for you. So does the devil. So it's got to be more than that. Deuteronomy 10:12, it says, and now Israel, what is Yahweh asking of you? And he says to fear him, not to fear anybody else. Listen to the fear of Yahweh teaching. And that fear is in awe, reverence, and respect. Fear of disappointing. He says to fear him, to walk in all his ways, to love him. Notice the process there. You fear him, then you walk in his ways where you recognize that his ways are loving and that he gave them to you because he loves you. Then, because he loved us first, we love him. You see? We get awe and reverence. Why? Because he touches us and shows himself to us and we go, wow. And we're struck with awe. But that's just awe. I mean, okay, I'm impressed. But then he gives us instruction and we start doing them and it works. And we realize that it's love because he cares about us. If someone says, I love Elohim and hates his brother, is a liar. Why? He says, because if you can't love the one right there in front of you, how do you love one you can't even see? Now, you're not going to like where I go with this. Doesn't that work the same thing with authority? Doesn't it? Some of you are laughing because you knew exactly where that was going. But isn't it? If you can't submit to the one you see, how can you submit to the one you can't see? If you can't trust the one you see, how can you trust the one you can't see? If you can't, it all extrapolates out the same, which is why I tell you all the time, how you treat those here, brothers and sisters in a certain way. Like I said, you can't love your brother, how do you love him? Also, if you can't submit to authority here, how are you going to submit to him?